This is a message from the County Board of Child Wellness and Domestic Anomalies in partnership with the Regional Emergency Broadcast System. Please remain calm. Do not panic. This is not a test. At 6:03 a.m. local time, several households within the district reported a small white note found tucked beneath their child's pillow. The note is uniformly square, folded twice, and printed in faint blue ink on ordinary paper stock. The notes are unaddressed, unsigned, and contain only a single sentence. Do not read this aloud. We ask that you do not attempt to locate this note. Households that ignored this advisory and opened the note, especially those who read the message aloud, have experienced a series of events we are still trying to fully understand. The first report came from a mother in South Pines. She stated that after reading the note aloud in front of her son, he smiled at her and never stopped. She described his expression as frozen like a wax figure. His teeth remained visible. He did not blink for over 45 minutes. Shortly after, the boy began hiding notes of his own, under her pillow, in the fridge, inside her shoes. None were written in her son's handwriting. The messages grew longer, less like warnings and more like commands. Come downstairs. Don't answer if it's not me. They copied the dog. Leave it in the shed. By the third night, she couldn't remember what her son's voice used to sound like. He still spoke, but the voice was wrong, slightly slowed, slightly higher pitched, like someone doing an impression they hadn't practiced. She only noticed because he called her Ma. He had always called her Mom. Multiple families now report that once the note is read, something changes about the house. Familiar furniture moves slightly when not being looked at. Family photos become blurred at the edges. Parents report a cold pressure behind the eyes when speaking their child's name. And most critically, the child begins behaving rehearsed. They repeat sentences, forget simple objects, laugh 2 seconds after a joke. One teacher noticed 5 of her students all blinking at the exact same time, 4 times in a row. When she asked what was funny, they answered in unison, "We are learning." Please listen carefully. The note is not from your child. The note is not meant for you. The note is the door. Parents who burn the note have not resolved the issue. In most cases, the note returns by morning, unburnt, placed back under the pillow. Sometimes 2. One for the child, one for the parent. A father in East Ridge read both. The morning after, his wife reported that both he and their daughter spoke to her through the bathroom mirror. She heard their voices from the hallway, but the room was empty. When she smashed the glass, they stopped speaking. But the reflection of the daughter remained. It blinked. The handwriting has begun to evolve. Older children receive notes in cursive. Younger ones see stick figure drawings of their room, their bed, their open mouths. One child was found sleep-talking with their eyes wide open. They kept repeating, "If you read it, you become it. If you don't, you forget." Some of you may have already read the note. You may be holding it now. You may have seen your child standing at your doorway longer than they should, watching you, not saying anything. You may have noticed that they do not cast a shadow when they walk down the hall. We do not recommend asking them why. Please do not attempt to communicate with the entity using written notes, mirrors, or electronic devices. The mimicry improves with interaction. The fewer words you speak to it, the slower it learns. Once it starts writing back in your handwriting, it is already too late. If you must check your child's room tonight, do not lift the pillow. Instead, gently ask them one question. What did I name you? If they hesitate, do not wait for an answer. This concludes the emergency broadcast transmission. Please remain indoors. Do not read the note. Do not remember the note. Do not speak its name aloud. Do not end transmission.